Hi, good afternoon, dear students. Today we are going to discuss Java programming language. So I am Subramanian. I am faculty for Java. So I am going to explain you clearly. Thank you. Let's carry on. Java.
Java programming or any programming language, it has only one function. It is to tell the computer what calculations to do. Java or any programming language tell the computer what calculations to do. Daniki environment setup first or explanation first?
Explanation first.
So what calculations the computer has to do. ఇప్పుడు బేసికల్లీ మనం 10th వరకు అర్థమెటిక్ నేర్చుకున్నాం. దాంట్లో
ఓకే
10th వరకు అర్థమెటిక్ నేర్చుకున్నాం. దాంట్లో we learned some operations. They are called arithmetic operations. మనం చేయగలిగే క్యాల్కులేషన్స్ కంప్యూటర్ చేస్తుంది. ఆ క్యాల్కులేషన్స్ ఏంటంటే first of all addition, then subtraction, multiplication ki generally we use this cross symbol, but computer lo cross keyboard lo undadu kabatti we will not use cross. We will use another
star.
We will use another symbol which is star is we use this star which is called asterisk.
Okay.
Star and divided low we learned two operations. Okay, suppose 25 by 4 chestunte itla 25 umbrella lopal petti 4 bayata pettam 4 6 or 24 vastundi. Dan tarvata minus cheste 1 vastundi. So 25 by 4 chese operation lo ee 6 okati vastundi, దీన్ని quotient అంటాం. దీన్ని రిమైండర్ అంటాం. This we studied earlier. So quotient ఇంకా రిమైండర్. Quotient కి వేరే సింబల్ ఉంది, రిమైండర్ కి వేరే సింబల్ ఉంది. Quotient కి సింబల్ is simply slash and remainder కి సింబల్ percentage. Okay. Divided by ఇది percentage sign. ఈ సైన్ కి ఈ సందర్భంలో ఈ సైన్ కి యొక్క పేరు ఉంది. It is called modulus. This sign is called modulus. ఇవి మనకు వచ్చిన అర్థమెటిక్ ఆపరేషన్స్. కంప్యూటర్ కి కూడా ఇవే వచ్చు. ఈ అన్ని ఆపరేషన్స్ కంప్యూటర్ ఒక సింగిల్ స్టెప్ లో పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తుంది. ఈ ఆపరేషన్స్ అన్ని సింగిల్ స్టెప్ లో పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తుంది. ఇది తప్ప మనకి ఆల్రెడీ వి ఆల్సో నో అనదర్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఆపరేషన్ ఆన్ నంబర్. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ లాజికల్ operation. It is also known as relational operation. ఈ పేరు ఎందుకు వచ్చింది? If you see the example you will understand. We already know how to do greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. We also know what is the meaning of equal to. కానీ ఇవి రెండు నంబర్స్ ఇస్తే we can tell which whether the one is greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to or equal to. ఇప్పుడు కంప్యూటర్ కి దీనికి ఎగ్జాక్ట్ సింబల్స్ ఇవి కావు. గ్రేటర్ దాన్, లెస్ దాన్ కి సేమ్ సింబల్, ఇవి కంప్యూటర్ సింబల్స్. లెస్ దాన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు కి లెస్ దాన్ రాసి ఈక్వల్ టు రాయాలి, ఎందుకంటే ఈ క్యారెక్టర్ కీబోర్డ్ మీద ఉండదు. అండ్ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు సిమిలర్లీ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ రాసి ఈక్వల్ టు రాయాలి. Now special thing is computer programming లో ఈ ఈక్వల్ టు కి వేరే మీనింగ్ ఈక్వల్ టు కి వేరే మీనింగ్ ఉంది. ఈ ఇప్పుడు చెప్పిన మీనింగ్ లో టు చెక్ ఇఫ్ నంబర్స్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ డబుల్ ఈక్వల్ టు రాయాలి. డబుల్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఏంటంటే వాట్ వి యూస్ టు డూ వాట్ వి థింక్ విల్ బి ఈక్వల్ టు చెక్ ఇఫ్ ద నంబర్స్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్. టు చెక్ ఇఫ్ నంబర్స్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్.
What is modulus, sir? In this,
Modulus
which is
is remainder. Modulus is remainder.
Remainder is the modulus.
Divided by is the quotient. ఈ రెండు ఆపరేషన్స్. సో ఇవి అర్థమెటిక్ ఆపరేషన్స్, క్యాల్కులేషన్స్. కంప్యూటర్ రెండు నంబర్స్ ఇచ్చి మధ్యలో ఏది సైన్ పెట్టినా కంప్యూటర్ దానికి ఆన్సర్ ఇస్తుంది. ఇవి రిలేషనల్ ఆపరేటర్స్ ఆర్ లాజికల్ ఆపరేటర్స్. ఇప్పుడు 3 greater than 5 దీనికి ఆన్సర్ ఏముంటుంది? వాట్ విల్ బి ద ఆన్సర్ ఫర్ 3 greater than 5? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 3 + 5 చేస్తే 8. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో ఎ నంబర్. 3 greater than 5 కి ఆన్సర్ ఏముంటుంది?
False.
False. So either we get true or false. అందుకే దీన్ని లాజికల్ ఆపరేటర్స్ అంటాం, because we have true false options. So the answer for these operators, for all these operators, answer is always true or false. True or false. Okay. So demonstration ఇవాళ
Continue. Continue with the subject. Understanding? Nice.
So answer is always true or false with relational operators. Answer is always a number with arithmetic operators. The difference. These are the operations which a computer can do on numbers. Apart from this, there are two extensions. There are two extensions which a computer can process. Two extensions of this concept. Two extensions and is like a advanced second level extensions of this concept. This is basic. Now there are two more things which the computer can do. Number one, different types of numbers it can process. Different types of numbers. Different types of numbers ante we already know two types of numbers from earlier. One is something like 153. We call this integer. We call this integer already. Another time is something like 2.146. This we call as real number. This we call as real number. These two already known from previous. Computer lo problem వచ్చేది ఏంటంటే ఇంటిజర్ లో ఒక లిమిట్ ఉంటుంది. డిపెండింగ్ ఆన్ ద కంప్యూటర్, ఇంటిజర్ హ్యాస్ ఏ అప్పర్ లిమిట్. ఆ నంబర్ కంటే ఎక్కువ పెద్ద నంబర్స్ ఇంటిజర్ లో స్టోర్ చేయలేవు. These are the basic two types of numbers. These are the two types of numbers, but then there are sizes also. These are the numbers, but there are sizes. There are sizes. Standard terminology is integer. The smallest integer is called a byte. Byte ante integer between 0 to 255. దాని తర్వాత int. Int is between 0 to 2 power 32. Is a huge number, but even more than this you want to store, then you get long int. Long int. Long int is long int is between 0 to 2 power 60. So depending on the size you want to store, there are three types of integers: byte, int and long int. Similarly, depending on the accuracy you want to store real numbers, decimal point tarvata enni kavali. Depending on that, one is float, another is double. Float and double. Float until low accuracy. Double and high accuracy. Obviously, ఇప్పుడు మన హై యాక్యురసీ అయినా లార్జ్ సైజ్ అయినా ఇది లార్జ్ సైజ్. హై యాక్యురసీ అయినా లార్జ్ సైజ్ అయినా స్టోర్ చేయాలంటే మెమరీ ఎక్కువ పడుతుంది. దట్ యూ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఇంట్యూటివ్లీ ఆల్సో. So as we go down the list, the memory increases. The memory increases. If you want to store large numbers or if you want to store very accurately, for both of them, you will use more memory. So to save memory, we always keep in mind the size and accuracy we want and use the smallest available. Use the smallest available, depending on what size will be used in the program. If we don't know size, then it is best to keep largest available so that there will be no issues. There will be no issues. Give it two different types of numbers, integer, real number. But we already in the previous board, we already encountered this type of answer, true or false. So number kakunda, integer aina decimal aina kakunda, true or false kuda computer can process. So that is also a kind of number type only. That is also a kind of number type. It is like a third type of number. Third type of number. It has only two values. It has only two values. They are true and false. True and false. This is the third type of number which computer can store. This is called a Boolean number. Boolean. Boolean numbers. Boolean. The name comes from a scientist. His name was Richard Boole. The scientist name was Richard Boole. He studied this kind of, he used to study logical statements. So this person was famous for the study of logical statements. So in his honor, this type of number, which can contain true and false, is called a Boolean number. In short form, we write Boole. This is what we write in short form. So we have
what purpose? Boolean numbers, true or false?
True or false. Like if you have some relational operation, like greater than or less than, the answer will come in a Boolean form. Answer will come as a Boolean number. So these are all the types of numbers. We have integers, we have floats, and we have bool. In integers, we have smaller one is called byte, larger one is called long. Into I will tell you. Smaller one is byte, larger one is long. Here we have larger one double, and here we have only one. These are the three types of numbers for integers, decimals, and Boolean numbers, which are true or false. These are all the types of numbers which a computer can process. A computer can store these types of numbers. So that is the first extension. I told you there are two extensions of this concept. First extension is different types of numbers. Another extension of this concept which a computer can do is that it can choose which calculation to perform. It can choose which calculation to perform. If I give to a computer two calculations, if I give two calculations, if I give two calculations, first I will say 3 into 5. Give. If I give two calculations, I will say 3 into 5 and I will say 4 plus 9. These are the two calculations. If I give like this, computer will do both. But instead of that, I will give two calculations. I will give two calculations plus a decision-making calculation. I will give two calculations plus a decision-making calculation. The decision-making calculation, this one, must be a logical operator. You remember that logical operator will give you true or false. So it will be something like 3 greater than 5. This is the decision making calculation. And then they have 3 into 5, 4 plus 9. So I will give 2 calculations and a decision making calculation. The result of this calculation may be true or false. It may be true or false. Computer will perform this calculation first. Will perform this calculation first, then it will check whether it is true or false. If it is true, it will perform this one. If it is false, it will perform this. So you can either give 2 calculations and computer will do
give the instructions.
that actually. You can either give 2 calculations and computer will do both, or you can give 2 calculations plus a decision making calculation, which is this. Depending on the true or false, if it is true, computer will do the first one. If it is false, computer will do the second one.
This is very important.
This is what makes computers powerful.
Powerful.
This is what makes them powerful. 2 concepts make them powerful. One is this. Second one I will tell later. So the way to give the computer these 2 statements. The way to give the computer these 2 statements I will show in the next. How to tell the computer. Till now I told what computer can do. Now I am telling how to tell computer to do calculation. How to tell computer to do calculation. Now first, if you want to do without decision. If you want to do without decision, write your calculations one by one. That means 3 into 5 and then put a semicolon. This says that first instruction has ended. First instruction has ended. After that, either on the same line or on the next line, that is your wish, you can write the second calculation. 5 plus 2. Again, put the semicolon to show that your instruction has ended. Without decision,
Already
computer will do both.
వాళ్ళు వస్తారు వచ్చాక మీరు
Computer and this. The second option, last slide lo cheppanu, with decision. You can give 2 calculations ఇచ్చి ఒక decision making calculation ఇస్తే ఆ calculation perform చేసి true అయితే first calculation, false అయితే second calculation. ఆ ఆప్షన్ ఎలా ఇవ్వాలంటే with decision. With decision, we should write the word if. If is called a keyword. Keyword ante it has a particular meaning. Has a particular meaning for the computer. Has a particular meaning for the computer. If rasi brackets lo decision making calculation పెట్టాలి. 3 greater than 5. If rasi brackets lo decision making calculation పెట్టాలి. దాని తర్వాత ట్రూ అయితే ఏ క్యాల్కులేషన్ చేయాలి అది రాయాలి నెక్స్ట్ లైన్ లో 3 into 5 సెమికోలన్ పెట్టాలి కంపల్సరీ. దాని తర్వాత ఎల్స్ రాయాలి. ఎల్స్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ఏ కీవర్డ్. ఎల్స్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ఏ కీవర్డ్, ఇట్ హ్యాస్ స్పెసిఫిక్ మీనింగ్. ఎల్స్ రాసి మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ లైన్ లో ద ఫాల్స్ అయితే ఏం చేయాలి 5 plus 3 semicolon. This is the calculation you want to do if your thing is true.
ట్రూ అని రాయడానికి మనం అక్కడ ఏమన్నా ఇవ్వాలా ఏం అవసరం లేదండి.
లేదు ఇక్కడ రాసేది ఇఫ్ తర్వాత ఇమీడియట్ గా వచ్చే స్టేట్మెంట్ దట్ ఈస్ ఓన్లీ ద ఆఫ్ క్యాల్కులేషన్ విచ్ ఇస్ డన్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ట్రూ. దిస్ ఈస్ ద క్యాల్కులేషన్ విచ్ ఇస్ డన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫాల్స్.
సో మనం ట్రూ ఫాల్స్ అని
రాయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఇఫ్ ఎల్స్ కి అదే మీనింగ్ అదే. ఇఫ్ అంటే నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేది డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్ బ్రాకెట్ క్లోజ్ అయ్యాక వచ్చేది ట్రూ అయితే చేయాల్సిన స్టేట్మెంట్, ఎల్స్ తర్వాత వచ్చేది ఫాల్స్ అయితే చేయాల్సిన స్టేట్మెంట్. దిస్ ఇస్ ద డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్ ఇన్ కంప్యూటర్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్. ఈ సింపుల్ కాన్సెప్ట్ క్యాల్కులేషన్స్ అండ్ డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్, ఈ సింపుల్ కాన్సెప్ట్ తో చాలా యూస్ఫుల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ రాయొచ్చు జస్ట్ ఈ సింపుల్ కాన్సెప్ట్ తో. దాని తర్వాత ఇంకో కాన్సెప్ట్ వస్తుంది విచ్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ లూప్స్. That I will tell after I explain this on computer. Okay. This is the decision making and progress. Apart from this, one more thing is there which the computer can do. Final thing which computer can do. Final thing computer can do, without which it will be useless. A thing like on a computer will be useless. That is show the result. Show the result on the screen. Show the result on the screen. దీనికి ఒక special command ఉంది. If I want to show result of my calculation is 3 plus 5. Special command. If my calculation is 3 plus 5, I want to ask computer to show the result. Show the result. My command should be system. We are calling the operating system, then dot will be there. Out, because we are giving output, and then print. Print is the word for showing, displaying the output. And then in the brackets, we should write 3 plus 5. And then after every statement, there is a semicolon. This is very important that here capital S.
3 plus 5 semicolon is required or not?
No, semicolon is at the end of the statement only. End of the statement, not at the end of the calculation. So system, this should be capital S, otherwise program won't work. Should be capital S. This means we are calling the operating system. This means we are telling to give output. This means we are asking to print on the screen. We are asking to print on the screen. The meaning of these dots we will learn when we do objects and classes. We will learn later meaning of these dots. When we do objects and classes, we will learn. But here you can keep any calculation. Here any calculation you can keep. Here you can keep any calculation. The result will be shown.
Add or result. If I put inverted commas, it will show result, right?
If you put inverted commas, it will show results. Yes. I will tell you about that also, the characters and strings also. But the important thing is, suppose you want to display with decision. I thought about decision and you want to display with the decision. That means I want to do, this is the decision. And then if it is true, I want to display this result. If it is false, I want to display this result. This is the decision. This is the true result. If true, I want to display this result. If false, I want to display this result. For that, you may think we have to write like this. This is for display. System.out.print 3 if 3 greater than 5, like I taught earlier. If 3 greater than 5, then 3 into 5 semicolon, else 3 plus 5. Okay. You may think this is the statement, but this is the wrong. This is completely wrong. System.out.print is itself a instruction. It's itself an instruction. So you should make the decision. You should make the decision before the instruction. Decision before the instruction. This always should be there in the language, in any programming language. The decision should come before the instruction. That means first make the decision if 3 greater than 5. Then in the next line, you will what to do if the answer is true. Then what you should do is system.out.print. Here you should write. Here you should write system.out.print and then write 3 into 5. So now computer.
System.out.print ln. ln and line by line.
Next line is just enter. There will be a enter after the result. System.out.print 3 into 5. Else, if it is not true, what to do? Again, you have to write system.out.print. And then write 3 plus 5. This is the way to write. Decision must come before instruction. Decision must come before instruction. There will be no semicolons inside these brackets. Generally, there is only one special case which I'll tell you, but in general, inside the brackets, there will be no semicolon anywhere in the program, except there is only a single exception. There is only a single exception. That is called a for statement. That I will tell you in loops. So generally, you will never get semicolon inside these normal brackets. Inside these are called parentheses. Inside parentheses, there will never be a semicolon except in a for statement, which I will teach later. So that is all required for constructing very excellent programs can be constructed just using this display, calculation, and decision. Using these 3 things, very good programs can be constructed. And real power of computers will come when we come into loops, which we will learn next. So now shall I show on the computer?
Yeah, please. We'll do program. Where we can write programs.
So
Eclipse
there are 3 options actually.
One is Notepad.
One is write in Notepad and then directly from the what is called command line. From the command line, you can ask the computer to run the program from the command line by writing the program in Notepad and saving it. That is one option. Another option is we can download a software. I will write this program. Where to write the program? Where to write the program? There are 3 options. Option 1 is write in Notepad. Then save the file and ask computer to run it using a software called command line. This will be there in all computers. This is already present in all computers.
CMD.
Yes, that is a short form. Command line is also called shell in some computers. Generally, in Windows computers, it's called command line. In Linux and other computers, Mac computers, it is called a shell. Second option, or command line. The second option is that you can download a software, download a special software. This is called IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. You can use an IDE. Just write in the IDE. There will be place to write inside the IDE. Write in IDE. And there will be a run button. Just click on the run button. That is the second option. You can download a special software called IDE. There will be place to write in that IDE, write it there, then click on run button. It will run the program. So the third option is click on run button. The third option is that you can use online IDE. You can use online IDE. You can open the website. Open the website. There itself you write the program. And then click on run. This will run the program. Whatever you have asked the program to display, it will display. But note that program will display only what you ask it to display. Program will click on run. Program will display only what you ask it to display. This is one important point. And second important point, which I already told, I'm going to tell again, that is that decision must come before instruction. Decision before instruction. Decision always comes before instruction. Instruction will include display instruction. These are the first points, important points to remember while writing programs.
పద్ధతి ఉందమ్మా చేశారు వాళ్ళు ఈరోజు జాయిన్ అవుతారంట థ్యాంక్ యూ చెప్పండి ఎక్కడ వరకు వచ్చింది.
So this is the theory for today.
Okay. So tomorrow we'll continue.
I will show in the
please continue.
So
I think if it is continue, then we'll start recording. If it is continue,
I should stop this sharing.
shall I start? మళ్ళీ రికార్డింగ్ చేద్దాం.
Okay.
40 minutes over. It should disconnect automatically.